The Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer launched this week. It set records for the biggest trailer launch in history with over 718 million views in the first 24 hours. People are shitting on it. It's too much CGI. The color grading's off. The mask isn't right. Why is Banner there? What's on his wrist? That better not be Rogue. Sadie Sink's definitely playing Typhoid Mary. Punisher's gonna look dumb. And all of you need to shut your wannabe critic, pretend you know what color grading, non-She-Hulk watching, knowing nothing about Rogue or Typhoid Mary, doubting Frank Castle, the Punisher, asses the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. Plus, the road to WrestleMania, it's heating up. Orton turned heel, Brock and Obafemi at WrestleMania. Brock should not lose. Roman Reigns calls CM Punk old. Not to mention, Michael B. Jordan wins his first Oscar. Leo loses again. Wow, one battle after another, wins Best Picture. Did the right people win? Who the fuck knows? Welcome to Mic Check. What's up, everybody? Appreciate you guys checking out Mic Check. We got a lot of shit to talk about. We talked about the Spider-Man trailer possibly dropping on Only Comics, and guess we were right. Our sources were correct. It did drop. It dropped yesterday. I watched it a few times. I'm not understanding why it's getting this pushback, why there's a lot of pushback online about it. Dude, from what I saw, I thought everything looked good. I thought they gave us just enough, not too much. They didn't really spoil anything. Some of the things that we saw in this trailer line up with a lot of rumors that we've talked about recently. One of the things I want to point out, we're going to talk about the trailer in depth, but there in one part of the trailer, Sheila Rivera, if you watched Daredevil Born Again, you know exactly who this individual is. She is seen presenting Spider-Man with the key to the city. Now, in Daredevil Born Again, she is an advisor to Fisk, and Fisk is the mayor. So this movie does happen after Daredevil Born Again season 2. So that season 2 starts next week. I would assume that because of what we're seeing there, Fisk ain't the mayor no more after season 2. And it looks like maybe Sheila steps into that role. This is something that I kind of could have probably been left out of the trailer. Like, did we really need to know that she was going to be in this, presenting the key to the city to Spider-Man? They could have left that part out, because I think that is it's a Daredevil spoiler, in my opinion. Some other news about Daredevil Born Again. Now, I'm rewatching the first season. I am a few episodes in, and everybody I'm hoping all y'all have seen this by now, but everybody who's seen this show knows about the first episode. Foggy gets killed. This literally sends Matt on this whole, path of not wanting to be Daredevil, moving on with his life, new law firm, him and Karen no longer talk. It's a big fucking deal. And one of the things that a lot of people believe is going to happen, or was going to happen last season, it could still happen, was Marvel resurrecting Foggy. We know that it's comics, right? Uncle Ben's the only motherfucker that stays dead. Everybody else is somehow alive. Someone who was on the show actually confirmed that this was a plan in the first place. As a matter of fact, so much shit, Charlie Cox said this. So they were talking to Entertainment Weekly, because Charlie and Vinny D, who play Vincent D'Onofrio, who plays Wilson Fisk, they've been doing a lot of media lately for this show. And they were talking to Entertainment Weekly, and Charlie says, so I'll tell you what's impressive. I guess they're asking about it. He said, I'll tell you what's impressive about that. I remember there was a moment where they discussed the possibility of that being the case. He's explained that at the end of season 1, the possibility, the idea was you would see Foggy in a cage. And then he said, sadly, that was not the case, because we didn't believe it was realistic. And the thing about our show is we try to keep it realistic as possible. I'm glad that didn't happen. So it's not sadly. I'm actually happy they didn't resurrect Foggy for 2 reasons. One, Foggy is annoying as a motherfucker on this show. His whole, and I know it's the character, but his whole crybaby, I'm mad, I don't want you to be Daredevil, oh my God, bitch, shut the fuck up, bro. Your boy's Daredevil. It's some cool ass shit over here fucking crying about it like some fucking little pussy. Come on, seriously? But the other main reason is the whole arc of this first season, Matt giving up being Daredevil because of what happened to his friend. He feels guilty. It's his fault. He crosses the line and attempts to kill Bullseye. And then, of course, everything that happens, pulls him out of that and gets him back to being Daredevil. But the point is, this was such an impactful moment. I really hope they don't do some resurrection and bring the dude back. Keep him dead, dude. Keep him dead. I'm not. So y'all let me know. What do you think? Is anyone out there feeling like, yo, they should really bring this motherfucker back? I'm definitely not. But let's talk more about the trailer. Man, this thing broke records, dude. In the first 24 hours, 718 million views. That is more than Deadpool Wolverine. That is more than Spider-Man No Way Home. It's a lot more, too. And what's funny is you have these people, I guess we can call them people, these people out there that, for whatever reason, and I do think part of it is what my theory, that everybody wants to be a critic. They want their take. You want my take, bro? I want my take to go viral when I say something stupid or silly or whatever the case may be. Or some people just can't fucking be happy with anything. It's a trailer. It was like 2 minutes. There's all kinds of shit that happens in it. And it's just a glimpse of what's going to happen in the fucking movie. So, first of all, chill the fuck down. The other thing is, people have said this. Oh, no one's interested in Spider-Man anymore. No one wants it. Who cares about that movie? Motherfucker, 718 million views in the first 24 hours. I would say somebody cares about this motherfucking movie. 718 million views worth of caring about this movie. What I like about the trailer is it does confirm a few things that we have heard in rumors, but it doesn't really, I don't feel like I know what's going on with this movie. We get to see the impact of the spell from No Way Home. We get to see that Spider-Man's friends still have no fucking idea, or his old friends, right, have no idea who he is. MJ, Ned, they're kind of moving on. I don't know if it was Flash putting the moves on MJ or some other dude or what the case was, but, they all moved on. And now Peter's this new guy. He shows up in college. They're going to college. Maybe they're going together. I don't know. He lives across the hall. He's giving MJ flowers, and there's that awkward moment where she's like, oh, you're a real friendly neighbor. And, obviously play off of Neighborhood Spider-Man. They are aware of who Spider-Man is. The scene that kind of spoiled something, the Key to the City scene, they're watching on TV. So they're watching Spider-Man. They know who he is, but they don't know who Peter Parker is. So you get it's going to deal with that impact, which I think is cool. This is, so far, what we saw in this trailer. This is the Peter Parker that I think a lot of people were missing in the MCU. Because the MCU's Peter Parker, yeah, he's got bad luck. Yeah, shit happens. But, he's had Tony Stark in Homecoming. He had Mysterio, who then turned on him. He had Nick Fury, who was a Skrull. And then he also had Happy Hogan in the second movie. And the third movie, he's got all these motherfuckers. He's got 2 more Spider-Man to help him out. He's always kind of had a team. He's always had somebody, always had, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think some of us pure Spider-Man fans, read a comic, us comic Spider-Man fan. You see, I got the fucking, the Thwip shirt on today. We're like, we want to see that Spider-Man down on his luck, that depressed, or that Peter Parker where shit is fucked up. And I think that's what we're getting here. We're getting a Peter Parker who lost his girl, lost his best friends. He's going to college, doing shit on his own. He's just spending time being Spider-Man. He knows them. They don't know him. He's dealing with that awkward. He's trying to get back in there, trying not to ruin the moment. Doesn't have any ties to the Avengers anymore. This motherfucker helped them fight Thanos in space. And all the people that he did that with don't even remember him, or they're dead. We see Bruce Banner. He's a professor. He has fucking no clue who Peter Parker is. You know, there's some theories about, does the Hulk know because the Hulk was off planet? Well, he's still smart Hulk. So something's going to happen in this motherfucker to turn him from Bruce Banner / smart Hulk to angry Hulk. A lot of people too online was, what's that thing on Banner's wrist? Well, you motherfuckers obviously did not watch She-Hulk. That's a device that helps him, you know, turn back in between Banner, smart Hulk. I'm assuming there's going to be some malfunction with that. And maybe that will cause him to become angry Hulk. Who the fuck knows? There was a part in the trailer where Peter's in a cocoon. He's breaking out, and he looks to have the organic web shooters, which, you know, I know we'll talk to Adrian about this over the weekend, but I know he ain't going to be happy. I don't really mind it. There is a comic, read a comic, tell him, read a comic, where this does happen. Spider-Man does turn into a man spider. I believe it's in or around Civil War time. I read it once. It was all right. It was a fucking weird comic book, but it seems like they're going down that road. They definitely talk about the mutations. So they're calling Spider-Man what he has going on. These are mutations. They talk about, got a voiceover where it's talking about the three kind of, I guess, phases of being a spider. So it does feel like we're getting, I mean, that was a rumor that we saw recently. We see a little bit of damage control in here. I think we see Sadie Sink from behind. We have no idea who she's playing yet. People, it's definitely Typhoid Mary. Dude, you get that out of this one little clip, and which that kind of contradicts everything that they've said about this character so far. Now, they're all rumors. Hey, could be. But I wouldn't, there's no character where I go, she's definitely playing this one, because we really don't fucking know. There is a part, too, where Spider-Man's eyes turn black. Now, that could be his spider mutation. That could be the symbiote. Who knows? Are we going to see the symbiote in this? I mean, there could be some scenario where Spider-Man is dead and the symbiote realives him. Oh, my God. Never know. I don't know. I think people are just trying too hard to be different and be cool with their weird takes about this trailer. I don't know anyone who's a comic fan, who's a Spider-Man fan, an MCU fan, a Marvel fan, any fucking fan of this who watches that trailer and goes, that's ass, gonna suck, oh my God. It was a glimpse of everything. No big spoiler on anything. Punisher's in this. Frank Castle. People, he's going to be dumb and stupid. I don't think so. I mean, he's not going to be he's not going to be killing people and cussing like he does in Daredevil. I mean, this is a PG-13. Let's use our fucking brains here for a little bit. It's a PG-13 movie. Same thing happened. Punisher is more. There are certain Punisher comics that are more adult than others. When Punisher's in Civil War, he's not as adult as he is when he's in his own comics. Like, it's the same shit. He's still going to be Frank Castle. He's still going to be shooting and trying to kill motherfuckers. There's still going to be some blood. There's still going to be, maybe not a lot of F-bombs, but there's still going to be some cussing. And we get to see, like, think about what, and this is a small, but it just gives me something to talk about. It's a fucking small group of people, I think. It's a vocal minority. But who in their right mind, if you're really, maybe, or they're fake fans, if you're really a fan of Marvel Comics at all, how the fuck can you be upset, look negative towards a movie that's going to have Spider-Man, Scorpion, Punisher, Hulk, and Sadie Sink playing some type of possibly telepath, and then Damage Control hunting down superpowered people, and like, you got all of that. The Hand is in this. There's a panel, there's a scene in this trailer that looks a lot like a panel from what we just read last week, with Ronan being attacked by the Hand on the side, except it's Spider-Man being attacked by the Hand and they're all jumping. I mean, it's a lot of cool shit. It's a lot of little scenes in this trailer that are comic cover recreations of comic panels. I mean, the one with Scorpion, there's that. There's one where he's swinging above buildings that comes right out of a comic book. I forget who was behind him there. The suit, people complain about. I don't know what everybody's issue with the suit was. I thought the suit looked fine. Too much CGI, motherfucker. It's Spider-Man. You want him to shoot webs out of his wrist for real? You want him really to swing through the buildings in New York? Like, come on. Oh well, Florence Pugh really did her jumping thunderbolts. That's phenomenal. It's great. It's good for her. It's great. But you want Spider-Man to jump off the fucking Empire State? You want Tom Holland to jump? Come on. Seriously? That is too much CGI. Shut the fucking fuck up. It's just relax. Calm down. How about, think about it from this perspective. We, being comic fans, got a motherfucking Spider-Man trailer this past week and a movie that's coming out in a few months. Just fucking enjoy it and shut the fucking fuck up. Something that I enjoyed this past week was something that I almost started bitching about. So watching wrestling, good old right. We're on the road to motherfucking WrestleMania here. I was starting to bitch about the fact that we got all these good guys in matches together. You got Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. They're great. Oh my God, I love you. Oh my God, and we're so great. We used to be buddies and now we're wrestling. Oh my God. You got Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Now they don't love each other. They don't like each other. Their characters, or maybe they don't. I don't fucking know. But they're still both kind of the good guy. They're both going to the crowd to get cheers, and you like me, cheer for me, don't cheer for him. Someone's got to be the motherfucking bad guy. Someone's got to be the villain. On Friday, Randy Orton turned heel on Cody Rhodes. Good old contract signing. This is just like, bro, really contract? We know what's about to happen. Someone's getting their ass whooped. And I'll tell you what, they did something different. I mean, it's still people fighting at a contract signing, but sometimes they're just so predictable. Like, you're going to sign, and then I'm going to sign, or I'm going to think about, I don't know if I'm going to sign yet. It's got a little clause in here. And then someone goes through the table. But instead of that, we got some blood. We got the crimson mask, as JR would say. Randy turns on Cody. Now, of course, Cody was about to make us all, I love you, and this. Come on, bro. We got a match coming. Randy turns heel, busts my man all up. Thought it was great. I did. Thought it was a really good segment. I thought the blood was used. See, it is not, hey, I know there's a guy who always like comment, AEW, see how you use blood? You don't have it in every fucking match and every show and every chance you get. You use it as an element to add to the story when needed. That added so much to the heel turn. It was great. We don't need to have blood in the next segment and the next one and the match. Just, that was great. It was used properly. I like where WWE is now with their blood policy. I know for a while it was like no deal, and then only if it happened, the hard way. And then you had like Brock who would, bash his own head into the fucking turnbuckle to cut himself open, like he did, in WrestleMania 31 with Reigns outside. Blading was, not an option for a long time, and it looks like now in certain segments and certain feuds, certain stories, it's allowed, it's okayed, and I think it's great when it's used sparingly. I got nothing against it. I just don't. You do it all the time. That was cool when I was a teenager, and like a preteen watching ECW as like a 12-year-old, like, oh my God, everybody's bleeding everywhere. Oh my God. But as an adult, I'm sorry, maybe I'm too old. Maybe y'all think, oh no, blood and guts is great. You become desensitized to it, and it loses its meaning, it loses its power. So they used it properly here. And that feud continued into Raw. I don't know why we have like different rosters. Who the fuck cares anymore? There was a phone call. Who's Randy talking to? Who's he talking to? He wasn't there for a promo. He's on the call talking about basically like, yeah, it's about time we whipped that bitch's ass or something like that. Who was on the motherfucking phone? It could have been his dad, Bob. I mean, you can be going the whole royal family thing, right? Which he did say, which was cool. I like that little line. There's more than one royal, it obviously comes from Cody's little theme music. Who's on the phone? Could be Bob Orton, could be DiBiase Jr. They used to be in a group together, right? Could be a lot of people. Could be a lot. I mean, I hope it's not The Rock. I hope it's not him. This whatever the fuck he was doing was 1, 2, just John Cena, and then you fucking never come back. Hopefully it's not him. I'm a big fan of the Final Boss character. I just am not a fan of what they did with John Cena. So I like where they're going there. They got me interested in that Randy Cody feud. And then on Raw, Seth Rollins comes out. The masked men are everywhere. I like this little gimmick. It's cool. I don't know where it's going to lead to. I know that the masked men this week were cannon fodder, as they say. Brock Lesnar came out. Paul Heyman introduced him. He came out all, he's he's definitely dedicated to the crowd. He overgrows his beard, makeup. He looks stressed out. Hasn't fucking slept in days, so he looks like shit when he's, stressed. This one was a little weird because he's pretending, and then Brock comes out. He wrecks these guys, giving Brock his due. Brock manhandles all these guys to show you that, dude, I may be getting old, CM Punk, but I can still fucking go. And he is about to confront Seth, and motherfucking Obafemi comes out. The crowd's chanting. They're piping in noise, bro. I can tell. Stop. Just stop being a fucking idiot, please. The crowd was into it. They're loving him. He comes out. And man, this was a great segment. And though, if you know, you got to give credit to everybody here. People are like, Obafemi, powerbomb, that's phenomenal. It is. But you got to give credit where credit's due. Number one, Heyman selling this shit. Whoever wrote this angle, we're all thinking it's a Seth thing. Brock comes out. We're getting a tease of Brock and Seth. And the smart there, because I believe what that means is we're going to get a Brock-Seth match. Because in the beginning, before Oba came out, dude, I was down with another Brock Lesnar-Seth Rollins match at WrestleMania. Whoever the fuck Brock wrestles, well, we know now, so let me retract that. I'd have been down with it. I think we'll see it maybe on this retirement tour. I'm down with it. Fuck it. Let's run it again. They've always had fun matches. I mean, Seth doesn't really have a bad match, and Brock, when he's with someone he likes and can work, dude, he delivers. So you got to give Heyman credit for selling this, Rollins credit for selling this, these guys for taking all those bumps, Brock for going out there and unleashing, and then Brock sold the fuck out of Obafemi's powerbomb. And I don't know. I know I'm sure there's a name for the move. I don't know it like that. You're not an expert, bro. You know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah, I know. Fucking relax. Wrestling's not fucking entertaining. I don't watch it. So, but Brock then sold the fuck out of that power bomb. There's even a video where you can kind of hear Brock telling Oba to put his foot on him and step over it. Like, that's the kind of shit that Brock will make you look good if he wants to, if he's bought in, and he seems to be bought into this. I do think he should go over. I think Brock should win. And but it's he's got all this momentum. Dude, the guy's been in the fucking WWE. Now, I know he came from NXT. He's been in WWE for like fucking 2 months. Relax. He's not going to come in and beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. He's not going to come in and beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. He's been in the WWE for 2 fucking months. Everybody calm down. A loss to Brock ain't going to hurt him because you could do some shit. Now, I'm not going to balk at Brock going over clean. He's Brock Lesnar. He's could go over anybody clean at any day, period. But I would be shocked if that's the case. I think there's going to be some fuckery. I think there's going to be maybe some outside stuff, maybe some referee distracting and some low blow or something. Or maybe something where Brock barely fucking wins, barely gets out of this. And I think they're going to do something that gives us a reason, a desire to have them run this thing back. I don't think this is a one-off. I don't think Brock's losing. I don't think Obafemi's going to win at WrestleMania. And I'm okay with it. But this was a great segment. I've been giving WWE a lot of shit lately about their weak-ass, pothole-filled, fucking haven't been paid in 19-year motherfucking road to WrestleMania. But they came in with the street sweepers, dude. They cleaned this bitch up. They did. Now it's maybe they're going to patch these potholes over the next few weeks and get some real asphalt down. But this was a step in the right direction with both of these title feuds. And then you have, Drew McIntyre pretending he's retiring. He's not. Was that this week too or last week? I can't even fucking keep track. I'm done. I quit, whatever. And then he comes out and attacks Jacob Fatu. They did a hell of a job of building. That's a match that I'm as much as there's probably people out there mad that Drew lost the belt. I'm not. I think it is kind of, I get why you would be. If you're a diehard Drew McIntyre fan, I get why you would be. But Jacob Fatu, Drew McIntyre is probably going to be a fucking banger at WrestleMania. And it looks like that's where we're going. Who's Seth Rollins going to face? Probably someone from the Vision. Is Braun Breaker going to be back in time? Maybe they're waiting. Maybe they're asking themselves the same question right now. That's why he's just feuding with the Vision. He's not feuding with an individual. He's feuding with the Vision right now, mainly Paul Heyman. Is it going to be Logan Paul? Logan, I think they had a WrestleMania match at one point. I think they did a couple years ago. But Logan's more seasoned now. He's a fucking bigger guy now. I wouldn't, you could run that back. Seth and Austin Theory. It's weird to say this, but I think that Austin Theory is a step down from Logan Paul for a WrestleMania match. I think that right now. Now Austin has a win over John Cena at WrestleMania, but his character he hasn't really figured it out yet. He's got a different edge about him. I think he's got the look down. I think his promo skills are okay. We haven't really seen him like rip on the mic. Like Braun Breaker he had that one, big promo everybody thought was a pipe bomb, but it was a good promo, probably the best promo of his career. Before he went out with the injury. We've not seen that from Austin Theory yet. Logan Paul, he's got decent mic skills. I wouldn't say he's, amazing. He's not bad. Because that's part of it too. The thing about to have a good feud, you got to have good promos leading up to the feud first, and then also know that we're going to have a good match. Sometimes it's the promos they care about and not necessarily the match because they're just trying to sell the match. So out of those, now you got Heyman there as a crutch. So really, Seth versus any of those guys would probably work because Heyman as the mouthpiece for them. But I think if any of us had our choice, it would be Braun Breaker gets in shape, gets back, not gets in shape, dude's in phenomenal shape, heals up before WrestleMania. And I don't know, I think he had a hernia, so I don't know, how long the recovery on that. I don't think it's, months, but there's different levels. There's recovery so you can go back to your office job. Then there's recovery so you can go have a fucking match with Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. I don't know. The other big feud, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. Reigns was back. He had a little backstage segment where he bragged about he had the dad flex, which I thought was cool. As someone who's a dad, I do think that is the ultimate flex. I do think that there's people that put a lot of other shit in front of that, my work, this, that, all that's great, dude. But listen, we all gonna be gone one day. You wanna be remembered for being the best fucking employee, best worker, or the best dad, best husband, best whatever, you are to the people around you. So from a, breaking kayfabe, I respect that promo. Now in the ring, different story. Him and CM Punk are going at it, and I mean, these two can talk. These two can work the mic. I know a lot of people used to shit on Reigns, and I always knew he wasn't a bad promo. The character didn't fit him. The character wasn't good for him. I never felt like he was bad on the mic. I think he gave him shitty ass material, the big doll, this stupid shit. So I think they both did a good job. Now Punk is good on the mic. I can't say he's not. I think he's a little overrated on the mic. I think y'all glaze the fuck out of him sometimes. But I love when Reigns went down his whole "I'm better than you. You can't do anything that I can do. I'm fucking bigger, stronger, faster. I'll look better than you." Like the whole just runs him down. Because I mean, the problem with Punk is the bell rings. And I'm not gonna. I don't think he's, first he should not be calling himself the best in the world. I get it's his character, but I've never felt that way about his ring work. I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's horrible. I mean, obviously, these guys wrestled forever, but to me, he's nothing special. It's probably a better way to put it. He's nothing special in the ring. And I do think Reigns is on that tier. Like, there's a group of guys that, like, set themselves out above the pack. And Reigns is one of them in the ring. Rollins is one. Brock Lesnar. We're talking about the greats. AJ Styles, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker. These guys, phenomenal. Eddie Guerrero. These guys, Bret Hart, just sets themselves apart, just a whole nother level in the ring. That being said, I will say Punk, since he's been back, he's been in some pretty good matches. He had some solid feuds. So I do think this is going to be a hell of a match. We really need to get past this. Like, I need more here, I guess. I need more. The whole say you're sorry shit, stupid. Fuck, like, knock it off. What the thing that's holding this feud back is there's no real bad guy yet. I don't think it should be CM Punk. I think that Reigns should, as much as someone who's as popular as he is now, he should turn heel. He should go back to Bloodline Reigns. He should, like, I was hoping the Usos would have laid this motherfucker out. Old school. Like, we're asking for apologies, dude. Back in the day, y'all would have just double super kicked this motherfucker, cleared off the table, and beat his ass until, SmackDown or Raw was over. I'm looking for that. Not, you're stupid, you're old, your dad's dead, all this. Just come on. They were good promos. Good promos back and forth. Punk hits him with the old. Reigns hits Punk with the old. Punk hits him. He falls down, gets up kind of laughing. I don't know that I really like that either. I don't like the big dog, the fucking tribal chief, just playing Weasley mind games to get you angry to hit him. I like him whipping ass. So let me know, how do y'all feel about this Punk Reigns feud so far? I think I'm probably nitpicking a few things. Well, not probably, I fucking am, obviously. But I do like where it is overall. I'm just hoping we get into that next gear. Like, maybe they don't want to do a full-blown heel turn because they just did it with Randy, but I'd be down with it, dude. I definitely would be down with that motherfucker. We got a few other things here, and then we are going to get into our road to motherfucking Secret Wars. Before that, though, the Oscars were Sunday. I watched most of the Oscars. Funny, this was one of the first years in a long time where I have seen a lot of movies that were up for awards. I've been on this movie binge really with this podcast, and I've seen a lot more. I actually saw the two movies that I think where everyone was thinking would win Best Picture. One of them did. one battle after another. I saw Sinners. I saw Begonia. I've seen there's a few others that were up for the award that I did see. But let's talk a little bit about Conan O'Brien. He hosted the Oscars, his opening monologue. It was pretty funny. He definitely took shots at, Trump and politics in general. And he made a joke about someone, and then that person called him out for not being funny. And I'm going to read the joke. The joke said, it was this. It said that tonight could get political. And if that makes you uncomfortable, there's an alternate Oscars being hosted by Kid Rock. It's at the Dave and Buster's down the street. I think that's pretty funny. I think it makes sense. Now, is it the funniest joke in the world? No. I thought that was it is late night humor type of jokes. That's like something he would say on his late night show. I mean, now I'm gonna over fucking explain it. Why is it funny? Well, because people were upset about Bad Bunny performing at the halftime show, and they had an alternate halftime show with fucking Kid Rock there. So obviously Hollywood's mostly left, and he decided to poke a little bit of fun at them, and then he says it's down at the Dave and Buster's down the street because it's fucking Kid Rock, dude. I mean, seriously. So anyways, his ass gets on X, on Twitter, as we used to call it back in the day, good old days. He said, I love a good joke, even when I'm the butt of it. Unfortunately, this was not a very good one. And then he goes on to say, if you want to see a real good show this spring, summer, that celebrates America and the 250 years of freedom, you can attend his tour or some bullshit. What do y'all think? Was that I thought it was a funny joke. It wasn't the funniest joke of the night or of the year, but I thought it's worth the joke. Like, if I'm in his shoe, if you're going to claim that I love a good joke, even if I'm the butt of it, and then say it's not a good one, I think that's your way of saying that you don't love a good joke, even when you're the butt of it. Anyways, Michael B. Jordan won his first Oscar for Best Actor for the dual roles he played in Sinners. And then One Battle After Another won for Best Picture. Those are like the two biggest awards, right? Should Sinners have won Best Picture? Or should something else have won Best Picture? What do you think? I don't have an issue with One Battle After Another winning Best Picture. And I wouldn't have had an issue of Sinners. I think those movies both were really good. Those movies, they're up for fucking, Best Picture, right? So I do not have an issue with either one of those, and I don't have an issue with One Battle After Another winning. I forget who else was in that cat. Matter of fact, I'll fucking pull that bitch up right now. The Best Picture nominees, you had Begonia, which I saw. I thought that was really good. I don't think Begonia should have been Best Picture. F1, I've not seen this. I've heard amazing things about it. Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro's take on Frankenstein. I've not seen this either. Hamnet, haven't seen that. Marty Supreme, haven't seen that. The Secret Agent, nope. Sentimental Value, nope. Sinners, yes, I saw. And Train Dream, no. So I honestly have seen like fucking barely any of these movies. But of the two, the three that I've seen, I do think that One Battle After Another or Sinners, either one could have been Best Picture. So I don't think any of those other ones should have won. A lot of people were thinking, oh, Marty Supreme, the only reason why that didn't win is what Timothée Chalamet said. I don't think so. And I'm actually I was curious as to how these awards are chosen. So I got some fucking information to share with y'all. But before we do that, Best Actor, mentioned it was Michael B. Jordan for Sinners. He plays Smoke and Stack, the two twins, or the set of twins. Timothée Chalamet was up for Marty Supreme. Leo was up for One Battle After Another. Ethan Hawke for Blue Moon. And Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent. And then the Best Actress, Jessie Buckley, won for Hamnet. She actually was in that movie, The Bride, playing the bride, phenomenal. And she was up against Emma Stone for Begonia. Renate Reinzev for Sentimental Value, Kate Hudson for Sung Blue, and Rose Byrne for If I Had Legs, I Would Kick You. So I'm not going to go through all of them, but I mean, these shit, Sinners won a handful of awards, and one battle after another won the most awards with 6 wins. So I thought it was a pretty good show. I liked it. But let's talk about. Well, actually, before we do that, Leo. I'm a big Leonardo DiCaprio fan. I like a lot of his movies. I think he's a phenomenal actor. And for whatever reason, this dude has struggled to win a motherfucking Oscar. He did win one. He won one after, I want to say, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight losses. Now, I just think he picks the wrong year to come out with a badass fucking movie, or he picks the wrong year to act as an amazing character in a badass movie. Look at some of these. The first time he was nominated was 1994. It was for What's Eating Gilbert Grape. He lost to Tommy Lee Jones for The Fugitive. Okay. 2005, he was nominated for The Aviator. He lost to Jamie Foxx for Ray. Well, dude, Jamie Foxx for Ray. Nobody's beating Jamie that year. That portrayal of Ray Charles was amazing. You picked the wrong year to come out with The Aviator, bro. 2007, he's up for Blood Diamond, loses to Forrest Whitaker for The Last King of Scotland. Never seen that movie. 2014, The Wolf of Wall Street, one of my all-time favorite movies. He plays Jordan Belfort. The funny thing is he loses to Matthew McConaughey, who's also in this movie, but he loses to Matthew McConaughey for Dallas Buyers Club. I know everybody loves that movie. I've actually never seen that. So that I guess I could say I understand that one. I'm like, I don't know, dude. From what I've seen and heard of this movie, I'm sure it's great. But I haven't seen it, can't comment on it. 2020. Now, actually, before 2020, he did win for The Revenant, which is weird because I think a lot of these other movies are better than The Revenant, but that's a whole other thing. 2020, he was up for Best Actor in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I thought he was really good in that. Lost to Joaquin Phoenix for fucking Joker. What a motherfucking joke. That was bullshit. As much as I like seeing a comic actor get an Oscar, I mean, it was great, but I think I would have given it to Leo that year. And then this past year, one battle after another, loses to Michael B. Jordan for Sinners. It's just, dude, you picked the wrong year because Michael B. Jordan playing those 2 different characters in that movie, great movie. I'm happy for him. It could have went either way too. Now, the Oscars are also known as the Academy Awards. So what the fuck is the Academy, you ask? Or maybe you did. Maybe you're thinking it. I looked it up. I did some homework for us because I'm wondering, did the right person win? I don't know. Well, who the fuck picks these things anyway? So the Academy is basically an organization, has over 10,000 members of individuals who accomplished things in the film industry, okay? The membership is divided into 19 different branches representing different aspects of Hollywood: actors, directors, writers, editors, sound. They're all different branches, okay? The only way to be a part of this, it's invite only. People that are invited or have won Oscars are invited as well. So you can we'll talk about how you get invited. So sorry, it was a little fucking confusing. All right, so sponsors can write letters detailing why someone should be in the Academy. That's one way. And then if a person was nominated for an Oscar, they bypass the need for sponsors and they already get moved to the review phrase. Believe it or not all the people that get invited accept it. Like Ryan Coogler, he declined for in 2016, he declined his invitation. He said he didn't buy into the idea of pitting art against art and finds the process of judging his peers to be stressful and strange. Woody Allen, he declined. Sean Penn for years complied. He was a vocal critic of the Academy. Matter of fact, he won an award this year, wasn't even there. He was hanging out in Ukraine. and he eventually did join. Marlon Brando is someone who said no thanks to the Oscar statue. He sent the Native American activist, a Sacheen Littlefella, in his place because he was protesting Hollywood's portrayal of Native Americans. Anyways, you're essentially voting on your peers' shit. So like actors are voting on other actors and directors are voting on other directors. And so like Leo is part of the academy. So you could vote for yourself. Now there's 10,000 fucking, members. So one vote ain't going to do a whole lot, but peer-to-peer voting is what it is. So members, they pretty much only vote in their own branch, right? So an actor will nominate actors, so on and so forth. Every voting member, regardless of their branch, though, is eligible to submit a ballot for Best Picture nominations. So they submit these ballots for nominations, and then they pretty much narrow down, there's hundreds of eligible films that get narrowed down to 5 or 10 nominees or some shit like that. For many categories, members list their top 5 choices in order, and that will play into something here in a little bit. So selecting the winners, here's how it works. Open voting. So in the final round, all active and lifetime members can vote in almost every category. So it's after all the nominees, right? Even outside their expertise, but they are kind of encouraged to skip categories they haven't seen. Like, bro, if you've never done anything with editing, you shouldn't be in the best editing fucking vote, but you could. Popular vote is what picks the winners for most categories, okay? So best actor, best editing, best, score, all that shit. The process is whoever gets the most vote wins, even if they don't reach a majority. We'll talk about the majority here on Best Picture. Best Picture is preferential ballot. What does that mean? It's a ranked choice system. Voters rank all nominees from 1 to 10. So you got 10 nominees, you got to rank all of them. If one film gets more than 50% of the number 1 votes, it wins. If it doesn't, the film with the fewest number 1 votes is eliminated. Okay? Then those votes are redistributed to the voters' second choices. And that continues until a film reaches its majority, right? So everybody votes. If 50% of the votes go to one movie, that movie wins. If that movie doesn't have 50% of the votes, they find the film with the fewest number 1 votes. That's eliminated. And then those number 1 votes are given to that voter's second choice, which is going to help these movies climb up the top. And they continue that until a film reaches the majority, which is 50%. For all the other categories, there's no majority. Whatever picture gets the most votes, when you could have it by 1 fucking vote. There was actually a situation with Barbra Streisand years ago. It was 1969. She had just been invited to join the Academy. She voted for herself. She ended up in an exact tie with Katharine Hepburn. So if she hadn't voted for herself, she would have lost by 1 vote. So now that's a one-off, right? That's 1 out of, fucking 100 years of voting, and it's common, I guess. People who work for major studios like Disney, Warner Brothers, they're known to vote for their studios slates across the board. So the saying all that, you could see why some people don't support this idea of the Academy when it's just your peers judging other peers. So what does that mean? It means, winning the award's not the end all be all. I think that the nominations hold a major weight to them. And you even see that with a lot of the speeches and stuff when people are talking about the Oscars. They think, they're happy to be in that group. Even what's his name? Paul Anderson, or whatever the fuck his name is, from One Battle After Another, talked about how cool it was to be with those other directors in that same, nomination category versus, the win's great, but not to be remiss or not to, not give credit to all the other nominees. So, anyways, that is what the fuck the Academy is. For those of you that cared, or some of y'all are like, we know way too much about the Academy right now. That might be true. But what we're about to do right now is talk about Road to motherfucking Secret Wars. Shit. World War Hulk 4 and 5 we read this past week. Again, I'm going to talk through it, give some thoughts, and then we will read a comic together pretty much. So in issue 4, Hulk forces the Illuminati to fight each other in Madison Square Garden. We kind of think that Hulk's just making them fight to death. Instead, he stops them. He says, we're not murderers. We just wanted justice. We just wanted to humiliate them and show the world they were monsters. It's pretty cool. It was pretty cool that, Hulk of all people kind of had the most morale, or the most moral person in the fucking room, not the most morale. And then Bob Reynolds, the meth head himself, they're going to get him. They can't stop Hulk. So in issue 5, we see that Sentry versus Hulk fight. It is an amazing fight. John Romita Jr. drew this, and it was phenomenal. These two are literally using so much energy. They fucking beat each other back into their human forms at the very end. Damn, this was awesome to see. This is something like there was little panels, little quotes where Sentry talks about how awesome it feels to basically not hold back. Like, this is what it feels like, and finally fucking go all out on you. This was a fun comic. And then you get the Sakaar betrayal. Meek, Hulk's pissed about these guys blowing up his planet. Hulk's pissed about them killing his wife and all these people, and he's blaming the Illuminati, and they're like, we didn't do that shit. Well, come to find out, they didn't. Meek snaps as everything's calming down after the fight. He tries to stab Hulk, but he hits Rick Jones instead. Meek then reveals that the Illuminati didn't set off the bomb, and it was old warp core tech, and Meek let it happen because the Hulk was becoming a peaceful king, and Meek wanted the motherfucking World Breaker back. So World Breaker is unleashed. Banner transforms right back to Hulk. His rage is so massive now. His footsteps are causing earthquakes that they're threatening to sink the fucking Eastern Seaboard. Tony stops him, though, with a massive satellite. Blast the Hulk with red solar style radiation, neutralizing him. The fucking Tony solves a problem with another super space weapon. Like, he ain't learned fucking nothing from the past. I guess not, but he does solve the problem. Then we shift gears to the Illuminati 5, New Avengers, and Iron Man calls the Illuminati together. He brings the corpse of Elektra that we learned last week is actually a Skrull. Points this out to everybody. You Wolverine, Doctor Strange, they argue. Black Bolt speaks, talks, doesn't destroy anything. He says, you shouldn't have brought that here. And he talks about basically like, we're going to fucking kill you motherfuckers. He reveals that he's a Skrull. He attacks the group. And fucking Namor comes in, tries to snap his neck, impales this motherfucker, kills the Skrull, and says, we're done. We are done. The Illuminati is officially over because they went infiltrated by a Skrull. You can't trust anyone anymore. So it's the perfect foundation, stepping stone for Secret Invasion, which is, I'm so good. For some of y'all that have never read this, I hope that y'all have seen that shitty show. I really do, because this is such an upgrade. And you'll also realize why people hated that show, if you didn't. It's too bad, because this was a phenomenal fucking story. All right, here we go. World War Hulk in the motherfucking house. This is issue 4 of 5 here. There they are at Madison Square Garden. Shit is all fucked up. Doctor Strange is he's channeling some powers of a demon to fight Hulk. This is cool here. You got this little this spot here where Hulk and Strange are fighting. I mean, Strange is powered to fuck up. Look at this. Hits him right in the gut. I mean, look how big he is compared to Hulk right here. He thinks he's giving him the business. And Hulk's got all these fans, dude. People are like happy to see them come and whoop these guys' asses. I mean, Strange he's doing fucking everything he can. He's fucking zapping them. But he gets a little fucked up. Hulk actually saves all these people where, Strange thinks that he thinks they're done. And he really, talks about how the power's too much to control here. And then, of course, Hulk give you a motherfucking lesson, bitch. Knocks him across the damn arena. I mean, dude, Hulk and Strange go at it. But Hulk eventually wins. And this is where he's using these discs, these kind of controlling discs to pit all these guys against each other to show that they're monsters, like we talked about. And there's a part here where all these people are coming up talking about what these motherfuckers did to them. Black Bolt's people came, killed this lady's husband. You got Tom Foster, the nephew to Bill Foster, who's still upset about Thor, or Tony and Reed making the clone of Thor who killed his uncle, Bill Foster. So they're all kind of they're all here for it, dude. Then Hulk releases this monster because he said, when I was in Sakaar, they dropped me into this arena and I had to fight for my freedom. So let's see how you motherfuckers do this. Hulk crushed Doctor Strange's hand so he can't even conjure up any spells. This was a fun read. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I know a few of you commented. We flashed back to Sentry, back when Iron Man was trying to convince him to help out. And he's just been standing at the fucking door the whole time while all this is going on. But Tony told him, dude, it's time to play God. It's time for that. And you can see I don't want to call them the Avengers because they all fucking split up, but the Avengers fighting each other. You can see Tony ain't got no suit. Reed's fucking whipping his ass. And motherfucking Sentry shows up. He says, it's time to play God, bitch. And that brings us to issue 5. Sentry versus Hulk. That's pretty cool panel there. Literally the world crumbling because of these two. I just want to get to the part we all came for. Here it is. Boom. Hello. He hits him with the hello, old friend. It's a pretty cool drawing. Blast the shit out of this motherfucker. What's that say? Quagloom. Destroys MSG. Literally cracks half these fucking buildings in half. Hulk's like, bro, you don't want this shit. And Sentry's like, yeah, I actually do. And he says, because you're the only one I can hit like this. Because, dude, these characters hold back. We talk about this all the time with like Superman, and they hold back. And he doesn't have to hold back against Hulk. So part of him probably fucking likes this shit. But Hulk also don't have to hold back either. And then Hulk tells all of them, don't forget what happens next. I mean, look at this. It's cool as shit. That's a spacoom. The fuck is this bottom one say? Spatchom? I don't know if that's how it sounds, but dude, they're just punching the shit out of each other. And look at that shit. I'm not even going to attempt to say that one. That's a cool ass fucking picture there. I mean, power of a million suns, dude. You're destroying everything. It's the world breaker, as they call it. I mean, look at this shit. And Hulk is in there, dude. So yeah, you don't think they nerfed the Hulk in the MCU? Look at this shit. Motherfucker's in there with a fucking arm brace and glasses. Come on, seriously? You not see this shit? Come on. Sentry Hassan, does it always feel this good when you finally let go? I mean, it's the first time he's really been able to go at somebody like that. Look at these hits, dude. And Hulk just snatches his hand. I mean, they're blow for blow. This would be awesome on screen. I mean, it's awesome on the pages of these read a comic, like read it. And as you can see, he's fucking linking up to these satellites. And boom, or boom. That plus how fucking much they're beating each other's ass. They literally turn back into their human forms. They're all fucked up. They're all fucked up. And all of his little Sicarian friends are upset because, where's the fucking world breaker? Yep, then this motherfucker here goes to try to stab Hulk, but instead he stabs his friend here, Rick. And Bruce is pissed. He turns right back to Hulk. Fucking beats his ass. And man, he's going to town. Look at this shit. He's destroying this dude. I mean, he is so fucking angry. Oh, he's got the thunder clap here. Everybody's telling him to stop. Oh my God. But he does say none of this would have happened if it wasn't for you motherfuckers. I still hate y'all forever. And look at this shit. I mean, earthquakes in Greenwich and Martha's Vineyard, upstate New York. Oh, there's a satellite. Blasts him. Brings him back to when his wife was killed. And there he is, back as Bruce Banner. This is the story of the Hulk. So, and then they bring him, lock his ass up miles below the desert. And then you got this motherfucker on planet Sakaar. I believe that's his son. That is the end. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys did as well. And we're going to hop right real quick into the Illuminati. Boom. So this deals with the Skrull. We talked about this a few minutes ago. Iron Man calling everybody back. Elektra the Skrull. No one knows where Elektra is now. Tony been trying to find her. And then Black, this is what he says. I actually have a better idea. I take the body and your people die so that my people can live. And they're like, the fuck's this bitch saying? Boom. And it's obviously not Black Bolt. It's this motherfucker. Imperious Rex and Namor fucking goes for the kill, dude. This guy's stretching out Reed. Oh my God. Strange is trying to hold him back. Look at Namor right in the bottom. Snaps his neck. And he's like, you can't snap the neck of a shapeshifter. And it's like, I know, bitch. I was just distracting you. And he impales him. And Iron Man's like, damn, you killed it. And he's kind of upset about this. But Namor's like, bro, Namor did what. And this is going to play into some shit on our road to Secret Wars. Namor will do what needs to be done, even if it involves killing people. He is not afraid to get his hands dirty and do the work that needs to get done. That will come into play in the future. Then they get attacked by these Skrulls. And I mean, basically, this story, this comic serves the purpose of destroying the Illuminati and putting us on this road to secret invasion. That is really, I mean, it's starting now. This is going to lead us right into next week's comics. Read a comic. So we're going to read more comics next week. This will bring us right to our next books for the following week are, hold on, I got them here. Where are they at? New Avengers number 32. We got more reactions to the Skrull. Secret Invasion, the prologue. New Avengers number 38. And then Secret Invasion number 1. Secret Invasion officially begins next week. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. Dude, I let me know what y'all thought of World War Hulk. I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm actually, as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to go back and read that shit again. Those last couple issues. I might even just read the 5 straight because it's a quick read. It's an easy read. It's a fun story. And you get to see Hulk fucking shit up. You get to see Hulk doing what he should be doing what he should have done in the MCU. We get to see him doing his motherfucking job here. So, all right, before we wrap this thing up, we're going to, I'm going to respond a little. I respond here. So we got from last week's show, the Captain Canada says, let's fucking go. Loving the setup, brother. We talked about it on the live. Yes, we did. And we're back on the live tomorrow, so don't miss that. I'm burned out on Rivals. All these new things will cost you. You want the skins for a particular movie. Maybe I'll swing back down the year. I haven't played it at all. I did see that I think Black Cat's being added and somebody else. So that seems cool. I may check it out, but it's been a minute. I haven't really been playing that. I played a little bit of WWE 2K26 last week. It's been all right. It hasn't really grabbed me. I think I've been off gaming. There's nothing that really makes me like, oh my God, I need to play this. Oh my God. Gaming's not made me say, oh my God, in a long time. Since Rivals originally dropped. And now it's just, it doesn't have that same, it doesn't scratch that itch for me. I think that's going to change when Wolverine drops. I think that's going to change when GTA 6 drops. Maybe I'm just waiting. He also says, man, I'm loving the World War Hulk comics so far. We need that Rage Hulk back. Yes, we fucking do. Can't wait for Secret Invasion soon. All this special for me since I haven't really read these comics. That's awesome, dude. All this is special. Appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, Cap, from Canada. Bloody Knuckles Show. Let's go, Snyder. Even your actors have LOL. It's a weird move. He chose not to include lanterns, even put Martian Manhunter at the end instead of a Green Lantern. Yeah. And then he's fucking putting out this Green Lantern photo. He's trying to get an animated version of Justice League at this point. I did hear that. Gunn might put in his contract to keep Snyder away. Dude, it's terrible for DC fan base. I just can't wait to see Reeves cook. Great show. Appreciate that, Bloody. And yes, I can't wait to see Reeves cook either. I hope he does get his full trilogy. And I hope he does Long Halloween and knocks that shit out of the park. DJ Super Soldier, my boy Mike, I'm with you after the Cody win. I don't think we're getting a triple threat at Mania. Oh, we're definitely not now after that fucking heel turn. We're getting Randy. We're getting heel Randy against Cody. I'm liking it. You think there's going to be a gimmick to this match? You think it's going to be some type of, first blood, some type of, street fight, no holds barred, some shit like that? I hope it's not a Hell in a Cell. World War Hulk is a great story so far. First time reading. Oh, you're first timer too. Miniseries would be insane, but who we getting to play Hulk? Couldn't be Mark Ruffalo, surely. Absolutely not. Edward Norton, bring him back or cast somebody new. But dude, a World War Hulk miniseries would feed Kevin Feige's great grandkids, dude. Maybe I'm glazing, maybe I'm exaggerating, but that shit would cook. That shit would be phenomenal. Arlie Silver says Brock should beat Oba with difficulty at WrestleMania. See, this motherfucker gets it. Then they feud, have a rematch at SummerSlam. Oba wins and Brock retires. Dude, I'm down with that. I'm down with Brock retiring at SummerSlam. I feel like this newer version of Brock, like post UFC Brock, has felt like he's Mr. SummerSlam, dude. He's had SummerSlam bangers going back to fucking when he squashed John Cena. I feel like he's the guy. He's had a lot of big SummerSlam matches, some matches against Reigns. It would make sense. I don't know that he needs to go out at WrestleMania. I hope he doesn't go out at like a Saturday Night Main Event with fucking Gunther. I wouldn't mind him. I wouldn't mind Oba retiring him, and I wouldn't mind it happening at SummerSlam. My only thing is I don't know that he needs to retire this year. Like I really, maybe he just wants to, but I think there's how infrequently he wrestles. I think he's got more time. Maybe he's just done that. Who knows? So I'd be down with that, Arlie. But anyways, that is I Respond. I appreciate you guys watching, supporting Mic Check. We are fucking back every motherfucking week now. I'm enjoying Road to Secret Wars on here. And let me know, do y'all like me talking about it, then going through the art? Like I don't know. It's something that I'm trying to figure out. Want to get everything to be better. So if you are doing the Road to Secret Wars and you go, no, dude, that fucking sucks, tell me. Doesn't mean I'll change. I might. You never know. But I do appreciate all of y'all. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And we are going to be back here every motherfucking week on Mic Check. Don't miss the live on Fridays. Fridays, usually around 7 p.m. TikTok Live. We got the whole crew there. So hopefully we'll see you there tomorrow. If not, we'll be back here next week on Mic Check. See ya.